Morning, everyone. I am doing some sort of. I'm talking about the number one weight loss mistake that we make and what to do instead. But I'm trying to go live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time. And I think I'm live everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's working. Okay, so just drop a comment on whatever platform you're on and like let me know if you're here. This is so new to me, techie type stuff. Like I'm pretty tech savvy, but I'm trying to go live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube all at the same time. So possibly this will work. Let me know if you're here. Okay, so is anyone trying to lose weight? Just drop the word yes. Like this is a vulnerable place. Like I can't leave and go sit outside where I really want to sit until someone on Instagram tells me that they can hear me. So I would love that. There's like 40 of you watching. I just would love to know. Yes, yay. Okay, Julie's here. So now I can go outside to where I really want to sit, which is in the sun in summertime in Colorado. So we're going to talk about the number one weight loss mistake that we tend to make and what to do instead. And this is a mistake I made thousands and thousands and thousands of times when I was in my 70-pound weight loss journey that I finally figured out. And the minute that I figured this out, everything fell into place. I don't know how to like see comments unless I'm sitting in front of my computer, and I don't really want to do that. So y'all just like comment and I can go back and look at them later, I think. Unless I don't know how to do that. But okay, I'll figure that out later, how I can look at comments while I'm live. Okay, are you trying to lose weight? Let me know, yes or no. I'm just going to get my computer so that right now I can see comments. This is vulnerable space. If you're here, likely I'm assuming you're following me because you either like my workout videos or you are interested in losing weight and you're wondering, is there something out there that I have not tried before? And chances are the answer is yes, there is something out there that you haven't tried before. Because unfortunately, what society is telling us to do to lose weight is the skinny culture weight loss strategy. Wow, this is such a flattering angle. This is too, guys. Someone that knows things about tech, tell me what to do with this. Skinny culture is trying to make its way back. Ozempic, GLP-1 shots. People are trying to get skinny again and it is trying to come back. But the problem is the way to get skinny is to starve yourself and run a whole bunch. I would like to know if anyone would like to starve themselves and run a whole bunch. Wherever you're watching this, drop a comment like, yes, I would love to do that. I'd love to starve myself. That sounds great. Or no, that sounds like it's for the bees. And I don't think I could ever sustainably last with that. People are doing injectable weight loss drugs so that their bodies can keep up with the fact that they're starving themselves. And then running, all of that cardio are like on paper, it makes sense, right? Like run in order to lose weight. You're burn calories in order to lose weight. But the problem is we actually need to build muscle because the more muscle that you build, the faster that you're going to be able to burn fat while just sitting and watching Netflix. So there's multiple different weight loss mistakes that I used to make that you most likely are making. And this is not actually the biggest one. When I say we need to focus on building muscle because more muscle that we have burns fat versus just trying to be skinny by running and starving ourselves, like that is a weight loss mistake that we make. Tell me, have you ever tried to do that? Because I have. I used to go to the gym and I thought I need to run. Like I'm supposed to do cardio. I hate the gym. I do not want to work out. I have zero motivation for it. It doesn't make me feel good, even though I read everything is supposed to make me feel good. I didn't know the difference between a dumbbell and a barbell. And if you're like me and you had no idea, like you're not alone. I just did what I knew to do. Anyone can press a button on a treadmill and try to run. So I would press the button on the treadmill because I knew how to use that. I had no idea what to do with the dumbbell. My dog is obsessed with shadows and light. He's back there chasing my camera light. I would take a towel at the gym and I would put it over the treadmill and I would run while watching an episode of Friends, because this is like way back in the day when I still would watch that 24/7, although Schitt's Creek is amazing too. So now I would also watch that. But I would try and watch an episode of something and then I would put that towel over the timer and the distance and I wouldn't look. I wouldn't allow myself to look until the episode was done. And then I'd look and I'd be like, I did it. 1 mile down. Hated every second of it, but at least I got to watch Friends while running. And then I'd go home and I'd eat cheese and crackers for dinner because I was like, I burned all these calories and now I need to make sure I don't eat. I don't want to put the calories back. I don't want to put the weight back on that I just burned. So I must like starve myself. Gosh, huge mistake. This video was not supposed to be about that mistake, actually. So I'm going to pivot and tell you that the number one mistake that you're making is not actually that. But I want to know first, who has made that mistake? I'm looking at comments on my computer. Who has made that mistake? Does that sound familiar? Yes, I have ran on the treadmill. Then I've gone home and I have barely eaten because I'm scared to put back on the weight that I just lost while running. Or on the flip side, I earned this McFlurry from McDonald's. So I'm going to have that now. We are just so messed up in the way that we want to try and lose weight. Like we try and justify everything. And that is what's leading me into my actual topic here, which is the number one reason that we can't lose weight, is because there's two ways to ever go about anything that you want to do in life with a goal. I'm just looking at comments. Someone let me know on Instagram that you can still hear me. And does that sound familiar? Have you done that? Have you put a towel on the treadmill, tried to ignore how far you'd ran because it sucked so bad? Have you starved yourself because you were afraid to put back on weight that you just worked really hard in the gym to lose? Does that sound familiar? So whenever you have a goal, there are any goal in life, weight loss goal, work goal, cleaning project goal. We're designed as humans to feel things, and we tend to feel one type of way. What's Gen Z saying? Feeling some type of way. We're designed to feel some type of way about the things that we're doing. And we wake up and we either feel really excited to get this day going or we dread it. We go into our closet and we either feel excited to put on clothes because we're feeling good in our body, or we dread it. We get on the scale and we either feel really excited about our progress or we feel frustrated and defeated. Protein coffee, hold on. Have you ever felt about your weight loss journey either happy or frustrated? Just drop the word feeling if you've ever felt something about your journey. And I think that we might be lying if we don't type that out, because I felt when I was 70 pounds heavier, and that moment that I looked at that before picture, I was doing a 6-week challenge for weight loss at the gym, and somebody took a before picture for me. And I looked at that and I just was, it was like I had been hit by a brick wall. The person staring back at me in that picture, I did not recognize. That was the first time I'd seen myself in a sports bra and shorts to see this before picture. And I looked at that and I was like, oh my gosh, how did I let it get here? I started bawling, and I was 190 pounds on a 5'2" frame. And I had been little my entire life, but like with horrible habits, like I said, running with a towel over the treadmill and eating cheese and crackers for dinner. Like that was how I'd stayed little in my 20s because my metabolism could handle it. But then fast forward and I'm 70 pounds heavier than that. And I look at that picture and I am feeling all the feels. Everything is crashing down onto me. I'm feeling discouraged. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling sad that I let it get here. I'm feeling confused. How did someone like me who used to play collegiate sports and be able to fit into a pair of jeans. Now look at this picture and I have belly fat hanging over my shorts. I I have a chubby face that I never look at in a mirror because I hated it. But like here I am staring at it in a picture and I'm like, who is this woman? And how did I get there? And I am feeling some type of way about it. That's 2016. And that day lit a fire under me. That feeling that I had made me say, enough is enough. I have to get to work. Has anyone felt that way before? And again, this is a vulnerable place, no judgment. Just type yes. If you've looked at a picture, you've looked at yourself in the mirror, you've tried on clothes, and you've asked yourself, how did I let it get here? We have to be vulnerable and transparent with our journey, or else we honestly will keep ignoring it for the rest of forever. We'll say this sucks for a minute, and then we will just put it on the back burner and deal with it when the time makes the most sense. Is that you? Has that been you? Okay, so that feeling was very important at the beginning of my journey. But at some point, feelings have to go away and we have to start focusing on facts. And I have to start looking at, how did this get here? Why do I have this feeling? What things led up to this? McFlurries 4 days a week because I just love ice cream and I wanted to dip all the French fries in them. Starbucks breakfast sandwiches because I was too busy to make breakfast. So it was just an on the go thing. Jamba Juice because I'm addicted to sugar at this point and I really just want a smoothie. I had no idea anything about protein back then, let alone protein in a smoothie. Not walking, not moving my body, sitting on the couch constantly, feeling depressed and frustrated about my life, and not moving my body in the gym or with at-home workouts, horrible sleep habits, thinking water tastes like dirt, so just not drinking it. I could list 1,000 different facts on the way that I had that feeling show up that day. So I want to know, have you taken inventory? I'm just reading comments off to the side. Have you taken inventory of your life and asked yourself, well, like, why do I feel this way? Or do you just feel this way and then ignore it? Because those are two different paths. Feeling this way and understanding how you got here, feeling this way and not wanting to look at the cold, hard truth and ignoring it. Have you ignored it or have you figured out those facts? Type out facts or ignore and be completely vulnerable. And if you're not willing to post it publicly, you better be writing this down and taking notes because the minute that you get off this call, you're going to feel encouraged and inspired, and you're going to feel like you want to do something about this, and you're going to feel on fire for your journey. But if you refuse to ever look at how you got here in the first place and you ignore it, you won't ever be able to solve it because you're going to continue going off of feelings. So the biggest mistake that we make in our weight loss journey is never looking at facts of the past and the current. And we go off of feelings and we let our feelings drive whether or not we're going to do something about it or not. Pickles. Okay, now you're just eating part of the house. Guys, ate part of my wall right there. See, he keeps trying to get up. I got to turn this way. Okay, that was a lot. This is hard. This is like Hard Truth Thursday. Would really rhyme better if it was Tuesday, but Hard Truth Tuesday sounds better than Hard Truth Thursday. But I have marriage counseling on Tuesdays, so I don't have time for this. Okay, just looking at these comments. So where are we now? We have seen that picture of ourselves. We have realized life is not going in the way that it needs to be going. And we need to look at the facts. And now moving forward, can we go off of feelings or facts? Feelings, again, feelings drive our, you know what I think? Feelings drive our motivation. And you are waiting to be motivated to do the work. And you might be motivated today. Like you're going to get off of this and you're going to be like, Katie said, go for a walk. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's a fact. A fact is that I don't move my body enough. So let me go move my body. You'll do it today. You'll do it today. but you're not going to do it tomorrow. If you do it tomorrow, I don't think you're going to do it next week, because you're going to continue relying on motivation to want to do it. And you can't just come here and listen to me tell you every day to go do it. Something deep inside you has to be that driving force. You got to get some grit and determination behind your journey, sister. Like, if you don't do that, you're going to rely on everyone else to do it for you. And we're just not going to do it for you. I'm not going to come on here every day and tell you to do it. You have to figure out where that is inside you. That's a feeling. But you're going to hit a roadblock after roadblock after roadblock if you don't have facts to base to what's the word? Back up. If you don't have facts to back up your journey, you're going to rely on those feelings. And you're going to keep trying to find grit and determination out of nowhere, which is a really hard thing to do. Grit and determination, yes, it's important. The feelings are important. The feelings are what drive us to like want to be a better person, or want to be a better person for ourselves, for our kids, for our marriage, for our life in general. Feelings are what drive us to want to look 30 years ahead and say, I don't want to die early, because that's the hard, cold reality truth of where this is going. If you don't solve it, if I had not lost weight and I was still 70 pounds heavier today, I don't think I'd still, 8 years later, I don't think I'd be 70 pounds heavier today. I think I'd probably be 90 pounds. I would have gained another 20 pounds, another 30. And I'm in perimenopause. What would that have done to me? And then if this is how I feel right now at 39, how will I feel at 49, at 59? Like, we have to be real with ourselves of where this is going if we don't solve it. So your facts, the scale, like, how many of you have heard the scale is a lie? Throw the scale out. Don't rely on the scale. How, like, write the word scale. If you've ever heard anything around, let's not use the scale, or you've used the scale before and you feel frustrated with it. This live has 5 people left. It had 10. Then I did some cold, hard truth. That's really out of love, because I've been where you are. And now it only has 4 people. So good job if you stayed. The scale, no, pickles. Okay, I have to move before he eats the whole siding of my house. The scale does not know that you just worked out for the first time ever this week, and you worked out 3 days in a row. The scale does not know that. If you worked out for the first time this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, like, amazing job. If you step on the scale today and it's 2 pounds up from where it was on Monday, and you say, this isn't working, the reason is because your body's inflamed, your cortisol is spiked, and it needs to recover. And that's just normal. I worked out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today I feel inflamed. Tomorrow I'll feel amazing. That is a fact, is that your body gets inflamed when you work out a little bit hard. If you stand on the scale and you keep relying on that, that is a fact. It is a data point, but your scale does not know what you did for the last 3 days. Your scale doesn't know that you slept horribly last night, even though you've really been working on sleep habits. Your scale doesn't know that you accidentally didn't drink enough water yesterday, so you're staying inflamed today because you can't recover. Your scale does not know that your body's not recovered today. That's a huge thing. So the scale is not a fact and not a data to go off of. Can you weigh yourself? Yes, but only until you realize that. Let me weigh myself today and just play a game with myself. Do I think that I might be storing some water weight today and inflammation because I worked out hard the last 3 days? I probably do. Let me stand on the scale and test that theory. Only if you're going to use it just for that reason. You can't use it and look at it for your weight loss journey. You need to know your body fat percent. You need to know your muscle mass. You need your muscle mass to increase and your body fat percent to go down. Those are facts. Those are facts that will help you feel, if you feel frustrated about your journey. So write the word frustrated if you feel frustrated about your journey, and put that in the comments. If you feel frustrated, I felt frustrated in the past. I get it. Okay. If you feel frustrated, how many calories have you eaten on average this week? How many grams of protein have you eaten on average every day this week? How many steps have you taken on average every day this week? How many ounces of water have you drank on average every day this week? How many hours of sleep have you had on average every day this week? How many days have you strength trained this week? And have you taken a rest day? And how many days have you had alcohol this week? Answer, those were 8 things. Do you know the facts for at least half of those? Like those were 8 things. How many do you know the facts? How many of those things do you know the facts for? Because if you feel frustrated, but you don't know any of the facts to back up your frustration, how are you ever going to get out of a place of frustration? You're going to continue blindly just trying to fix it with no data to go off of. I'm digging into the truth. I do it, but it's good, right? Do we like it? Or are you feeling like, okay, so to be honest, before I figured out that I could stream on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time, I did this same video on Facebook this morning. And I had a woman on there that said, the only thing this girl ever makes me feel is discouraged. She'd also said, hi, sweetheart, right before that. So I don't know what's going on. It could have been troll. I get it all the time. But she said, I make her feel discouraged. And the last thing that I ever want, so if you're watching this again, Tammy, I never want someone to feel discouraged. I'm coming to you at a place of, I haven't been there and I have gone through what you've gone through and I have made every single mistake possible in the books so that you don't have to make it. You have to start wondering, what does my life look like if I keep doing what I'm doing today? And really get, yes, totally. Where is actually where we need to go to get deep. Yep. That's why I'm here. I'll keep doing this. Not today, I'm going to end the video soon. Those were 8 things. And some people wrote 5 out of 8. Some wrote 6 out of 8 on all these platforms, 3 out of 8. You have to start becoming aware of how you got to the place that you're in right now and aware of what you need to do to get out of it. Those were the 8 things. The secret 8th habit is, how much alcohol do we drink? I'm pausing before this because this is such a tough subject. And some of us need more support in this than others. I've been sober for a year and 2 months and 18 days. And not that I'm counting or anything. I didn't have a problem before. I wasn't like, I never ever had alcohol in my house. We'll have it if people come over and then I send it home with them. I just don't keep it in my house. But what was happening was anytime I was camping, what am I doing? I want to have some drinks. 2 drinks turned into 6. Anytime I went to a dance event, which is often, I wanted to have some drinks. And it were those whenever I went out of town, drinking had to come with it for me. And I didn't like that. I think it's weird. It's weird how alcohol changes who we are. Like, I'm like a talkative, I'm actually introverted. People are like, you're what? You're introverted? 100%. I get refueled by being by myself. I like people and I love public speaking and I love sharing things like this with people. But in social settings, my introverted self hides, but drinking helped me be more active with people. And I don't need to get into all of that, but I looked at it one day and I was like, this is weird. It's weird that it changes who I am to fit in with a social setting. And I thought, just, okay, I'm like not a doctor, so I don't know the words. Like internally, that's just like weird to me, not mechanically. I'm not a robot. What's the word when like it just changes like the makeup of who I am? I don't know, whatever. It was just, I couldn't get on board with it anymore. And I also was going through a really, really tough time last December and January, not this one, the last one. And every time I drank, I was crying. So I stopped drinking January 6th last year. And that secret 8th habit is one that's really, really hard for people to figure out. To figure out how to have fun without that, or how to just not rely on it every day for relaxation, things like that. So 1 through 8, hopefully you wrote them down. If not, I hope StreamYard knows how to post this later and you can go back and you can look at them. You can also, I have to block the sun, message me separately. If you're like, what were those 8 habits? Could you just talk through those with me for just a second? You can message me on whatever platform you're watching this on. And let's just have an honest chat. And if you liked this, you have to let me know, because otherwise I won't come back and do it again. But if you liked it and you're like, I need more of this tough love, I bet you have some of it. I do. I got tough love for days. And you know what? Like, anyone can go lose weight. Anyone can put down donuts and go for a walk. Every single one of you can do that. Until you change your mindset to figure out why you're unable to do that consistently, you will never solve this. I'm not a weight loss coach. I know nothing about weight loss. I really don't. I don't know anything more than the next person about weight loss. I don't know anything more about weight loss than you know about weight loss. I know how to help you change your mindset so that you finally lose weight. So, yeah, message me if you need some support and help through this and just an honest conversation. And sounds like you guys liked this, so I'll be back. Um, okay, I can't with the Terminator. Okay, love you all. I never know how to end these, so I just hit the end button.